saw our first supermoon of the year tonight. The moon looked a lot larger here from Chopper 2. October's full moon is called the harvest moon because it's the closest moon, closest to the first day of fall. And historically, it's also the bright light help farmers finish their harvests for the year. I didn't get a chance to go outside tonight to Lonnie. I was busy in my office doing stuff. Did you see it?
You were working out while I went outside. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Because I did go outside. Yeah, it looked great. I've got some pictures. Well, I have to get some pictures I'll show you right here in just a moment. But here's what it currently looks like if you look from sort of the vantage point of the moon. You've got Madison Square Garden right there. It's a really beautiful night outside. It's been a fantastic day. And the harvest moon is pretty and just resting overhead. So you just heard all those stats from KJ. It will be at its fullest in just a few minutes, actually, at 11:48 tonight. It will appear 14% brighter, 30% bigger. Here's a picture. Henry Caden sent this one in. KJ, what do you think?
That's beautiful.
It looks great, doesn't it? Henry Caden, thank you very much for snapping that shot for us. And Charlie Hoffman, we haven't replaced you as the staff photographer around here, but folks, I encourage you to send your pictures in. I'll get them on TV if they are good ones. What do we expect as we look ahead? Well, you're 80 degrees today. You're about 80 degrees again tomorrow. It's warm, but there will be more clouds as you go through the day. Maybe a little bit of late night rain tomorrow, but there's a chance for some folks to see, a bout or two of heavy rain, even a thunderstorm Wednesday. But it's not the whole day. The first alert time period looks to be really 1 a.m. until 10 a.m. So that's the problem. This is not the biggest storm we've ever seen, but it's unfortunately right over the morning commute, which makes your life a little bit more complicated. And then much cooler air floats in. So for tomorrow, we said 80 degrees, those increasing clouds, maybe a night shower chance. But the better bet will be by the time you get to Wednesday. So here comes the front. Right now, it's out around Michigan. You're going to get to Tuesday, 10 p.m., maybe a few leading showers, all right? But that's that light green color. It's really light rain. The yellow is moderate. Wherever you see little specks of orange or red, that's the heavy rain. And sure enough, this is the picture at 6:30. Lots of folks starting their morning commute. And a couple of those areas see those bouts of red or orange. And the orange, again, like shows you the heavy rain, and red is very heavy. And by 9:30, that's 6:30 to 9:30, right during the morning commute, it's now pushed off toward the east end. A little bit of rain lingers behind it, but overall, it becomes drier and cooler and clearer as you push into the afternoon hours. That's 2:30 in the afternoon. So let's talk about how much rain. Again, not overwhelming numbers. This particular model is suggesting New York City somewhere between a ½ inch and 8/10. South of New York City, about a ¼ inch to maybe a ½ inch. And then north of the area, it's an inch to maybe some folks seeing a little bit more than an inch of rain. So that's the amount of rain. What about this idea of it getting so much cooler out there? Well, you are about 80 degrees tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. By the time you get to Wednesday, that front has now moved through the area. Now it's cooler. All right, you're about 68 at 6 p.m. It feels like about 67. That's a wind chill reading, so not much of a wind chill. Well, you'll feel that wind chill come Thursday morning. Look at this. It feels like 41 in the city. In the city, feels like 22 north and west. That's the type of air occasion that's waking up in the morning there, last. And across the board, we're going to go 80 degrees for your day tomorrow with the building clouds and a little bit of that rain chance late. There's a chance for a thunderstorm or some ponding rain for Wednesday morning's commute. And then it clears out, but we're just so much colder across the board. Keep you in the 60s for highs the rest of the week.
It's going to feel like fall.
Yeah, it feels like fall out there. And look, again, not our biggest storm on Wednesday, but it could be a problem for the commute.
Yeah, timing. Thank you, Lonnie.
Bet.